to Instructional Design presentation presented to you by Carrie L. Coleman-Benton of Carrington's Kids Incorporated, an organization dedicated to bridging the gap between technology, schools, and other organizations. Return on investment, ROI. What is it? ROI is the ultimate measure of accountability. ROI is becoming an accepted way to measure the impact and return on investments of all types of programs, including technology-based learning. Accordingly, to be meaningful, ROI must be reported with other performance measures. The purpose of performance measurement is to develop results that can be used to draw an inference about ability or competence presumably developed or to be developed by an intervention. A general use of performance measurement is in the evaluation process to determine the degree to which particular goals have been obtained, retained, and generalized to different situations. Rossi and Dempsey note that assessments, be they multiple choice items, essay, or product developed by the learners, should require learners to demonstrate the skills as they are described in the objectives within the instructions. The 5 levels to achieve ROI: target audience, your learning environment, learning, behavior, impact, and finally, ROI. Each level of evaluation answers basic questions regarding the success of the program. These 5 levels present data in a way that makes it easy for the audience to understand the results reported for the program. While each level of evaluation provides important standalone data, when reported together, the 5-level ROI framework represents data that tells a complete story of the program's success or failure. New technologies that have potential applications for learning are being developed almost daily. The main criterion for their adoption frequently is how effective they are at improving learning. Reiser and Dempsey addressed the notion that although individual teachers are always willing to pioneer the use of these technologies in the classroom, system administrators face the challenge of having to make informed decisions on whether these technologies should be adopted on a wider scale or integrated in the curricular altogether. One of the challenges faced is because of the newness of the technologies. Seldom do we have any compelling evidence of their effectiveness apart from the anecdotal accounts of early adapters. Evaluation is important because it is part of all major models of instructional design. It is a required skill for human performance technologists. It provides a systematic procedure for making value judgments about programs and products, and it can help improve employees, students, and organizational performance. According to Striving from Reiser and Dempsey, evaluation is the process of determining the merit, worth, and value of things, and evaluations are the product of that process. The purpose of testing is not to sort the learners to assign grades, but rather to determine the extent to which each objective in the instructions have been mastered. Formative evaluation focuses on learners' ability to learn from the instructions and to enjoy it. Understand, however, that an evaluation that is not used is of little use to an organization or to the students being evaluated. The evaluation process occurs in 5 steps. Step 1, state the purpose. Step 2, develop key questions based off what you want to achieve. Step 3, select the right audience or try to understand the audience that you have been assigned. Step 4, collect the data. And step 5, then report your findings to the stakeholders. The logic of this evaluation: set the criterion or merit of worth, set specific performance standards, collect performance data and compare the levels, and making a value judgment. The major models. Number 1, the Striping Beam CIPP model. The evaluator should be present at the beginning of the project and should assist in the conduct of the needs assessment. The CIPP, the context, input, process, and products. The content for planning the decisions, the inputs for programming structural decisions, the processes for the implementation of the decisions, and the product, the summative decisions. Number two, the Rossi's 5-domain evaluation model. Here includes tailoring questions. What is the evaluation process? What specifically needs to be evaluated? Who should be evaluated? What level of participation is desired? Should an internal or external independent evaluator be used? For Rossi, the evaluation questions construct the core from which the rest of the evaluation evolves. Therefore, it is essential that you and the key stakeholders construct a clear and agreed upon set of evaluation questions. Each evaluation should be tailored to fit the local needs, resources, and type of program. Number three, the Chin theory driven evaluation model. Evaluators and stakeholders determine how and why an intervention or program works as an important part of this evaluation. An advantage of the TDE is that it uncovers and articulates the areas that black box evaluations and method-driven evaluations do not. Number four is the Kirkpatrick training evaluation model. Evaluators might only conduct evaluations at the early steps, or they might evaluate at all 4 levels. Number five, Beacon-Off's success case model, SCM. It focuses on finding out what about a training or other organization intervention worked. According to the founder, it is a quick and simple process that combines analysis of extreme groups with case studies and storytellings to find out how well some organizations' interventions work. The founder emphasized that success cases evaluations results must be used if long-term and company-wide success is the result. The most important strategy for ensuring employees buy in and use the evaluation results and recommendations is to incorporate the employees' participation into all stages of the evaluation. Number six, the Patrons Utilization Forced Evaluation, the UFE. The evaluator focuses on the use from the beginning until the end of the evaluation. During that time, he or she continuously facilitates use and organizational learning or any other process that helps ensure that the evaluation results will continue to be used once the evaluator leaves the organization. Evaluation processes and findings are of no value unless they are used. If an evaluation is not likely to be used in any way, one should not conduct the evaluation. The cardinal rule of the UFE is that to utilize the evaluation is to be judged by the degree to which the evaluation will ultimately be used. Conclusion. In order to see the ROI of instructional design for individual programs and technology-based learning, we must understand the challenges facing evaluators of technology-based programs is to design studies that can provide feedback needed to enhance their designs or to provide evidence in their effectiveness. Evaluators need to look broadly across the field of programming evaluation theory to help discern the crucial elements required for a successful evaluation undertaking. Thank you for your time. My name is Carrie Coleman-Benton. If you have any questions, my contact information is on the screen. The references for this presentation are as follows.